thank you for coming. We know that it's been a busy week inside the Beltway, and we certainly are delighted and appreciate the fact that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to come and be here with us today. I'm Kevin Hemker. I know a lot of people in the room, but certainly not everybody. I'm a professor at Johns Hopkins University, and I'm a member of both TMS and MRS, which are the two professional societies that are sponsoring this Materials Informational Luncheon that's on accelerating materials and manufacturing innovation for global competitiveness. So I'll serve as your host for the next 90 minutes or so. But before we get started, I think it'd be appropriate to acknowledge and thank our congressional sponsor, who's Representative Randy Holtzgren, and his staff in the great state of Illinois. Misha Fisher is here with us today. So Misha, would you stand, and thank you for all your work with Betsy in making this possible. So we're here today to talk about jobs. I was told when you come into the Hill that you should always say you're there to talk about jobs. That's the way you get people's attention. And it's actually true today. We are here to talk about jobs. Jobs depend on the economy. And a robust economy needs manufacturing innovation to create global competitiveness, and materials innovation to create new economies. So history has shown that the availability of new materials has fueled new economies time and again. Ancient civilizations were actually named for their materials. I'm sure you've all heard of the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age. In more modern times, we don't name times after materials, but certainly the availability of steel, lightweight alloys, and ultra-pure silicon have resulted in railroads, skyscrapers, automobiles, airplanes, and the information age that we live in. These great inventions not only transformed the world we live in, they generated a robust U.S. economy and provided many millions of jobs. So we'd like to think that the U.S. is the natural place to uncover the next great advanced material and start the next great economic boom. But a recent ITIF report on innovation-based competitiveness in 44 different countries indicates that the U.S. ranks not first, but fourth, behind Singapore, Finland, and Sweden. Of greater concern is the report's finding that the U.S. ranks second from the bottom on progress towards improving innovation competitiveness in the last decade. 43rd out of 44. Clearly, it's time to just stop talking about innovation and time to identify concrete pathways for investment. And so we're here today to brief you on what we believe is a tipping point in the way that materials are developed and brought to market. Glimpses of this revolution have surfaced in various government agencies and high-level reports. But it's only in the past year or so that a new way of doing business has begun to crystallize. This new approach integrates unprecedented computational horsepower with advanced experimentation and methods for collecting and handling massive amounts of data. Materials leaders from numerous governmental agencies have been meeting on a regular basis to chart the integration of these technologies. And one manifestation of these efforts has been the Materials Genome Initiative recently announced by OSDP. So Materials Informational Luncheons, or MILs, like this, are held to inform congressional offices about strategic materials issues. I'm delighted to have two widely recognized materials experts and leaders to share with you their perspectives on prospects for accelerating materials and manufacturing innovation. I've asked both speakers to keep their remarks to 20 or 25 minutes, and I will keep them to 20 or 25 minutes to assure that we have plenty of time for discussions and dialogue at the end. Our hope is that we can start a new dialogue with you and get you as excited about this new opportunity as we are. So Congressman Holtzgren was scheduled to say a few remarks at this point. But as I suspect most of you have heard, the Congress worked very long hours this past weekend and started their August recess a few days early. As much as he wanted to be here, the Congressman was eager to get home to his district and will not be able to join us today. So our first speaker, though, is Jim Roberto.